Good evening and happy Friday. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network. I'm Brandon Shanahan, broadcasting live from the campus of Lake Dallas High School in Corinth, Texas. Just ahead of the 2025 District 7 4A debut for the Braves. They try to spoil homecoming night for the host Falcons. Community had the week off last week while some of the district got underway, including Lake Dallas, who was in action last week, fell 20-16 to Paris. Lake Dallas trying to get back to the playoffs after a disappointing 5-5 campaign in 2024. Falcons head coach Jason Young, in his fifth season as head coach of Lake Dallas since being promoted from defensive coordinator ahead of the 2021 season. He's found success early against Community, winning 56-20 last season. The Falcons will feature a fairly balanced attack coming in with 855 passing yards and 7 touchdowns compared to 623 rushing yards and 8 scores through the ground. And as we've seen so far this year, this is not the same Braves that went 1-9 last year, including a tough loss to this Lake Dallas team this year with rookie head coach Adam Arteaga, who brought with him his air raid-like background to Community. And each week we've seen the vision come together block by block, culminating in a dominating 45-7 win just 2 weeks ago over Western Hills from Fort Worth. The pass-heavy offense runs primarily through junior quarterback Grayson Callaway, who completed 84% of his passes for 441 yards, 5 touchdowns in their last contest. And the progress has been evident week by week. 207 yards week 1, 284 week 2, 427 week 3, 441 in week 4. And the defense found their groove last week, allowing just a single score, forcing multiple turnovers against Western Hills. Getting off to a slow start has put the Braves in the mud early on, giving up touchdowns on at least the first 2 possessions in the first 3 games. We'll take a look at how these two teams compare. Offenses have been relatively potent, but that defensive allowed per game certainly favors the Falcons coming into tonight. But we saw a different Braves defense against Western Hills a couple weeks ago. And like I mentioned, the balance attacks, much more balanced on Lake Dallas, almost a 60-40 kind of split with passing to rushing, while the Braves love to open up the offense through the air, primarily through the pass. Typically, you hear coaches, old school coaches, say you got to run to open up the pass. The Braves open up the run by going passes. So we're just a few minutes away from kickoff here from Lake Dallas High School. We'll take, before we take our final break, we'll take a look at what's happening throughout the Metroplex and around the Community District in 7-4A. Busy night tonight. Again, a lot of the district playing their second district game. Quinlan Ford, a common opponent, playing in action, as well as Paris and Panther Creek. Paris, who took down Lake Dallas last week. Keep an eye on that. Top-ranked Salina playing Aubrey. Longview against Rockwall. Royce City taking on Forney, and Wiley East in action as well. We'll take one quick break, but before we do, take a look at how things are going throughout the rest of the district. Community and Aubrey both with one win throughout the season. A couple of undefeated teams still throughout 7-4A, including Salina and Sulphur Springs. Paris with a big win last week against Lake Dallas. They're tied with Community with a 4-1 record, and Lake Dallas comes in 3-2 on the year, 0-1 in district play. Community, the last team in the district to get their district season started, and we'll have that start here for you shortly. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
To be or not to be.
Everyone knows that one.
I love the theater, especially my community high school theater. The theater is a place that transforms people into characters. Perfect. And what's a character without props and set pieces that turn a blank stage into someplace fantastic? Places. Cue scene 1.
Whether you're on stage, behind the scenes, or in the audience.
Get immersed in the story, invest in the characters, and be transported to a whole new world. This is my favorite part. Sharing stories takes more than just one person. It takes a community.
Welcome back to Braves football on the Community Braves Network. Just ahead of kickoff here from Lake Dallas High School, just off the campus of Lake Dallas ISD. Community will be booting off to the Falcon offense to see if their defense can maintain their strong start from a week ago defensively. For Community, they're primarily led by Carson Bessa in the secondary, and multiple opportunities for multiple interceptions. Did end up coming down with one. Well, we'll see the Falcon attack first and foremost, but booting it up for the Braves. Colt Story gets her teed up. Got a good boot on him. We've also seen them be strategic with their kickoffs throughout the season to try to set up a good field position and setting up the defense as well as possible. Again, slow starts in their first 3 games. Ended in tough double-digit losses. Defense got off to a good start last week and allowed just the 1 score. Kickoff fielded at the 12, comes cross field, gets a block, back down to the bottom sideline, tiptoes around the 30, and strolls out of bounds. First and 10 for the Falcons, just on the other side of their 30-yard line. The home Falcons on homecoming nights wearing their classic green uniforms, white helmets, green jerseys, green pants, gray numbers. In Community in their all-white uniforms that we saw in the whiteouts just a couple of weeks ago. White helmets, white jerseys, white pants, and blue numbering and letters throughout with a yellow trim and the updated Braves logo on the helmets. First and 10 for the Falcons. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Flex back to the top of the formations. Quick pass up top. Caught at the line of scrimmage past the 40. Wrapped up in the open field by Paha Holt. Right near the sticks, gain of 11 on first down.
Pass complete to Gavin Young. Makes it up to the 45-yard line. That's good enough for another Falcon.
First and 10 now for the 45. Bunch formation, 1 to the top, a couple of wide receivers in a triangle to the bottom of the formation. And in the shotgun, quick pass, pitch to the right side. Wrapped up in the backfield, brought down for a short loss. Paho Holt in on the action as well as Grayson Abbott, the junior defensive back, gets the TFL on first down, backs up the Falcons, 2nd and 12. We'll see a split quarterback action from the Falcons. Cash Davis, the primary passer, getting acclimated, getting the first couple of snaps for the Falcons. We'll also see plenty of Ben Allen, primarily more of a runner, but dual threats opportunity. Quick screen up top of the formation, caught, wrapped up in the backfield, and brought down for yet another loss. Back-to-back TFLs for the Community Braves defense.
Swallowed up by a whole shroud of Braves.
Grayson Abbott in on the action as well. Paha Holt over there. Adam Allred onto the top of the formation, swarming to the ball. A little bit of a bobble from the wide receiver up top. Not a whole lot of opportunity for him to make anything out of that. Swarmed by the Braves defense. Now 3rd and 15 from their own 30 or 41-yard line. Cash Davis sets up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers just off the tackle to the right, and a wide receiver down low at the bottom. Rolls out to his left, hands off. It's a counter action. It's past the edge, past the 45, up through the 50. Sheds a tackle at the 45, brought down past the 50. And a good rushing game early for Lake Dallas to get things started. First and 10 for the Falcons. They move into Brave territory on the 25-yard carry. Cash Davis back in the shotgun. Two wide receivers to the bottom, one up top. A tight end just off the tackle. He comes in motion from right to left. His defense adjusts. It's a handoff between the tackle, sheds through the first layer and brought down by his shoelaces. Chase Petty on the tackle for Community, second and short for the Falcons. A little bit better on first down than they were their last fresh set. We're now down under 9:15 in the first quarter. The Falcons on their opening drive, spreading it out throughout the offense. A couple of screen passes, a couple of great runs through the ground have brought them into Braves territory. Primarily see the Braves work with 3 down linemen up front and mix up their looks with their talented linebacker core. See a little bit more flexibility. Handoff to the left side, bouncing it out. Gets a block at the 25, heads towards the pylon, and pushed out of bounds inside the 5. Another first down for Lake Dallas. This time will be goal to go on the carry from Kevin O'Hari. Pushed out at the 5-yard line. That's what they're get their new set of downs with 8:40 to go. First and goal. Could be a situation where we see Ben Allen come in at quarterback. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns throughout the season. We'll see primarily Kevin O'Hari on the ground game. 39 carries, 361 yards, and 2 scores coming into tonight. Bryce Thurman, also a popular back. Top 2 rushers on the team. And off between the tackles. Follows a couple of blockers, wrapped up near the goal line and dragged back by Calvin Shamuiwa. The typical, the frustrating play as a football fan is when you see a guy tackle somebody from behind and push them towards the goal to go. And this time, Shamuiwa does a great job of bringing him back. Now quarterback sneak right at the goal line, and he's in for the first score of the night. Lake Dallas on the quarterback sneak. It was Cash Davis on the carry. Gets after it. All of a sudden they're kicking unit out. Snap comes in. Boot blasted through the upright. 7-0 lead for Lake Dallas with 8:14 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
It was a 1-yard touchdown run on a quarterback sneak from Cash Davis to get the scoring started for Lake Dallas. The Braves in a good spot, set up 3rd and 15 near midfield, gave up a 25-yard carry on a counter from Kelvin O'Hari. Gave the Falcons a new set of life, and they marched right down, scored a touchdown. The 3rd opening drive touchdown given up by the Braves defense in their 4 contests. And the kickoff, fielded at the 2-yard line, turns it upfield, waits for a block, past the 25, sheds the tackle, works his way towards the bottom of the field, past the 30, before finally being chopped down. And the Braves will get their first crack. Ronti Wilson on the kick return, and they'll set up shop with 8:06 left in the first quarter. Their first opening drive.
Braves will start from the 34-yard line.
Three wide receivers up top, one at the bottom, a popular formation. And the Braves will work with Kate Connor in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Connor gets the handoff between the tackles, powers his way through for a gain of 4. Well-earned 4-yard run
Number 24, Kate Corner on the carry.
from one of the team's leading rushers. He and Ronti Wilson have split carries throughout the first few weeks of the season. 3 wide receivers up top, a typical you and Adam Allred, Cash Elston, and Chase Williams, and Dylan Tested at the bottom of the formation. Grayson Galloway in the shotgun. Chase Williams in the slot, popular target since his emergence early in the season. Screen pass to Connor, stiffs arm a man at the 40 and chopped down near the 43-yard line. Sets up third and very short for the Braves. Ronti Wilson checks in for the first time tonight. The team's leading rusher comes in with 172 yards on 28 carries, 3 rushing touchdowns, and another 2 through the air. Love to get a little bit of a pop pass action with the 2 backs who are now on the field with Galloway in the shotgun. He kicks Chase Williams out of the backfield, hands it off to Ronti Wilson. Met in the backfield. He'll sprawl forward right at the 44-yard line. This is the yard to gain. And first down for the Braves.
Wilson on the carry. Brought down by Nathan Cornist. First and 10 for the Braves.
First and 10 for the Braves at their own 44-yard line. Empty set with Callaway. 3-2. Ronti Wilson comes across the formation. Pop pass to him. Tries to set up a similar counter play towards the sideline. Inside the 40. Dragged down out of bounds for a good gain. And another Braves first down in Falcon territory. That's where we see a lot of these touchdown passes coming to Ronti Wilson and Cade Connor through this pop pass action. Essentially a running play, but with that forward pitch motion. Counts as a reception, and that's what gets. It's very similar play to what we saw on the first drive from Lake Dallas, where they set up this counter to shift the defense one way and attack the other side. The Braves take advantage of a similar action on first down. Callaway looking in the air, looking for Test, who got caught up at the line of scrimmage. Timing such a big part of this offense, and a little bit of disruption at the line of scrimmage goes a long way for the defensive core for Lake Dallas.
Second down and 10 for the Braves.
Receiving-wise, we'll see a couple of top targets in Cash Elston and Chase Williams. Cash Elston, 603 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns on the year on 25 receptions. Chase Williams has come on as of late. Didn't get any action in the first couple of weeks, not even on the varsity roster, as Ronti Wilson's met at the line of scrimmage. Chase Williams elevated to the varsity roster a couple of weeks ago and has kind of filled in much-needed absence as Eli Dixon's gone down with an injury on the first possession of the game 2 games ago. Basically out the last 2 games. Chase Williams has come in and played a factor. He lines up in the backfield with Callaway. The interesting opportunity to get him the ball there. Ronti Wilson comes back in, fakes the handoff. That's where Callaway looks, heads up over the middle of the field at the 20. Incomplete, but Cash Elston drew a penalty marker right at the sticks. Should give the Braves new life. Just a simple flood action where your first read is Chase Williams coming out of the backfield kind of on a speed out. And then if that's not there, you have Cash Elston on a poster and in routes coming across the middle of the field following him. So it kind of depends on where that outside linebacker determines to go. Top wide receiver in all red flies down the field, takes care of the corner, and catches the attention of the safety. One of those 2 guys usually open unless there's a holding call like there was just a moment ago. First and 10 now for the Braves, 2-2 formation. Callaway in the backfield with Ronti Wilson, Elston, and Testa at the bottom of the formation. They send Elston to the top. Another counter action to Ronti Wilson to the right side. Breaks the first tackle past the 15 and towards the stick in 7 on the rush. As we're marching towards the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, Lake Dallas marched down the field in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Score their first touchdown. The Braves on a Similar pace, 3 wide receivers at the bottom, all red up top. Wilson in the backfield, Williams, Elston, and Testa to the bottom of the formation. Callaway gets the snap, brings lots of pressure, and the Falcons get home. 5 guys to block 8. It's a numbers game for Lake Dallas, and they win there. Get the TFL, loss of 2 on the carry for Roncie Wilson. 3rd and 6 now for the Braves. Cold Story's a very solid kicker. This would probably be depending on how this play goes, I think about sending him out there, but 3rd and 6, plenty of opportunities if you try to get first down. It's a screen pass to Chase Williams, and he sheds the first tackler, brought down at the 15, giving forward progress to the 14. So 4th and short. Decision time for Coach Artega would set up probably about a 30-yard field goal. Cold Story certainly has a leg. You also think you're going to beat a team like Lake Dallas on the road. You're going to have to score touchdowns. And it's a good opportunity to do so. No indication that the offense is coming off the field. 18 seconds on the play clock. Still waiting to get set up, and offense stays on the field. 4th and 4, 3-by-1 formation. Callaway brings in Testa, turns upfield, looking to pass. Williams out in the flat, wrapped up at the 15, brought down, turnover on downs. Lake Dallas takes over inside their own 20. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus.
1st and 10 for the Braves. Handoff between the tackles, breaks open a big one inside the 30 of the Braves. That's going to be Bryce Thurman, second leading rusher for the Falcons. Gets his night started with the bang. Big run deep in their own territory after the turnover on downs from Community. Finds a hole between the right tackle and turns it upfield. Now already deep inside Community Braves territory. Took them about 3.5 minutes to march down the field on their opening drive, capped off by a 1-yard run from Cash Davis on a quarterback sneak. He's Davis in the shotgun. Hands it back off to Thurman, this time towards the left side. Finds another hole inside the 20 and chopped down right outside the 15. Good for another Falcons first down. First and 10 for the Braves inside the for the Falcons inside the Braves 20-yard line. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top, and a back in the backfield with Cash Davis. Pop pass action. This one goes to DJ Hicks, tries to find the corner, waiting for a block to open up. Tiptoes inside the 15, finally push out of bounds, but a penalty marker likely taking this one back for the Falcons. It's like a holding penalty on the offense. So we'll negate the 12-yard carry from DJ Hicks. Sends them back. Since it was near I think it was 8 yards down the field, so they'll move them back. Back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st and 12. Now for the Falcons. 2 backs in the backfield with Davis, O'Hari, and Thurman. It's a handoff to Thurman to the right side. Hole open between the tackles. Makes a man miss inside the 10. Brought down inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Falcons.
First and goal for the Falcons.
Same formation, two backs in the backfield with Davis. This time he'll hand it off to O'Hari towards the pylon and tiptoes into the end zone for a Falcons touchdown. This time 5 yards out. Scored a 13-0. They'll bring out their kicker, Cooper Henny. 95 seconds left before the first quarter ends. Falcons up 2 scores. Snap comes in, kick between the uprights as the Falcons jump out to a 14-0 lead against Community. We'll take a quick break before we get to the final 92 seconds of the first quarter. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF.
14-0 lead for Lake Dallas over Community, courtesy of the 5-yard touchdown run from Kevin O'Hari. And they are set up to boot it back to the Braves, who had a very diligent drive down the field, capped off with a turnover and downs. Around the 15-yard line, Chase Williams and Roncie Wilson back deep to receive. Wilson will get the honors at the 5-yard line, turns back over to the middle of the field, finds a block at the 20, spins around, brought down at the 30 for a good chunk of yardage, considering it started from inside this 5-yard line. That's where the Braves will start their second campaign of the night. And very balanced attack, a little bit more balanced than what we've seen so far. We'll start from the 32-yard line. Saw a good mixture from Cade Connor and Roncie Wilson. And a couple of targets down the field towards Cash Elston. Chase Williams also getting a couple of looks down the field. Get the same lineup here, 3-by-1, 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. And Cade Connor in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Calloway gets the snap to Connor between the tackles, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. Nowhere to go for Connor. 2nd and 12 now. Dylan Test at the bottom of the formation. Cash Elston not too far from him. And then Chase Williams in the slot. Adam Allred up at the top of the formation. Connor in the backfield with Calloway. Calloway gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks down the field. He's looking up towards Elston. Behind the defender at the 40. Couldn't quite connect. 3rd and long now for the Braves. 50 seconds left before the end of the first quarter. More of a bunch formation for the Braves. Receivers come in off each tackle. Calloway gets the snap, rolls out to his right, sets up a screen for Connor. Come back in and tries to cut it upfield, but couldn't quite pick up the blocks needed. 4th and long for the Braves. Get a yard on the play, 4th and 10. Braves don't have to run a play if they don't want to before the end of the first quarter. Looks like that's what they'll elect to do. We'll take a step back when we return. The second quarter underway from Lake Dallas. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Let's remember to play, coach, officiate, and support the Texas way, with respect for others, self-control, and true sportsmanship. Our student athletes are here to learn life lessons through sport. Win or lose, your actions during competition and in the stands reflect your character. Play with pride. Play with honor. Play the Texas way. Learn more at playthetexasway.com. During this break in the action, take a moment to follow Community ISD. On Facebook and Instagram, we're easy to find. Our handle is Community ISD.
A 14-0 lead for the home team, Lake Dallas, up 2 scores starting the second quarter. Braves 3 and out on their second possession of the night. Send Adam Allred back deep to punt. He's had a couple of really good punts throughout this season. This one fielded at the 40, fair catch, and that's where Lake Dallas will start their third possession of the contest. Their own 40-yard line. First drive took them about 3 minutes, 45 seconds to march down the field to score their first touchdown of the night, courtesy of a quarterback sneak from Cash Davis. And then the last drive, a huge chunk play on first down from a running back, Bryce Thurman. Set up a 5-yard touchdown run from Kevin O'Hari. And O'Hari starts in the backfield with Cash Davis. Davis back to pass. Gets out to O'Hari in the flat. At the 40, moves up towards the 45. Ball squirts out, but out of bounds. There's a group of Braves there to make the play, including Emmanuel Speed. Gain of 8 on the play, 7. So sets up 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Three wide receivers to the bottom. Tight end to the top of the formation, and O'Hari in the backfield. It's a quarterback handoff. Different quarterback out there, Ben Allen. Not as much volume passing, 12 of 19 through the air, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but also has 26 carries, 54 yards, and coming into tonight, a team high in 3 rushing touchdowns. That's currently been tied by Kevin O'Hari on his 3rd touchdown run of the season. That's who's in the backfield with O'Hari. It's Ben Allen. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Wouldn't be surprised to see some type of quarterback run on 3rd and short. Gets the pass or gets the snap. It is that quarterback power to the right side. Gets plenty for the first down. 1st and 10 inside Braves territory, now at the 46-yard line. Looks like Cash Davis comes back in for Allen. Falcons getting it done on the ground primarily throughout the first 13 minutes of the contest. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the formation. Their leading receiver, Gavin Young, at the bottom. And their second leading receiver, DJ Hicks, up top. Both have 17 receptions coming into tonight. Pretty split yardage and touchdowns as well. Back to pass. Looking towards the left, swings it out in the flat, can't come up with it. Was intended for his slot receiver, Preston Harding, the sophomore. Couldn't quite come to a very tough pass for Cash Davis from the opposite hash into the flat. Lots of air yards that's got to cover for what would have resulted in about a 4-yard reception. Emmanuel Speed out on the coverage. 2nd and 10 now for the Falcons. O'Hari in the backfield. Fake the handoff there. Back out to Harding in the flat. Turns up towards the sideline past the 40. Good chunk on 2nd down. 3rd and manageable for the Falcons coming up. couple of substitutions coming in for the Braves to get some fresh bodies in there.
Makes it down to 39-yard line.
Daniel
Brings up third down and 3.
Bomaladay back out there. Also, Bull Long. Caleb Allred out there as well. 3rd and 4 for the Falcons. Sends a man in motion. It's a handoff to O'Hari to the bottom of the formation. Bounces out towards the sideline inside the 25. Finally pushed out of bounds after a good gain. Devin Dickerson gets credit for the tackle. 10 minutes left in the first half. Lake Dallas attempting to go up 3 scores and scoring on their first 3 possessions of the contest.
The 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Davis in the shotgun with O'Hari. Hicks and Young at the bottom of the formation. Young comes in. It's a pop pass. Trying to get to the edge. Brought down in the backfield. Blown up by Zairick McClinton. Getting the TFL. The 3rd TFL of the night for the Braves. On a big one, too. The same kind of play that we've seen Lake Dallas blow up for huge gains throughout the night. If Zairick doesn't come up with that play, possibly a touchdown, certainly a first down. But here we are, 2nd and 14. And the Braves have had some big plays tonight, that not being, an exception. 2nd and 14 now. Davis in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws a slant over the middle, caught at the 15, tiptoes into the end zone. That's a touchdown pass to Gavin Young. Young's 5th touchdown reception of the year. Davis's 5th touchdown pass as well, as they cap off the 60-yard touchdown drive with a touchdown from 25 yards out. The extra point comes in, and looks like the first 2 through the uprights take a 21-0 lead. We'll take a break. 21-0 lead for the Falcons. Braves ball up next. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
21-0 lead for Lake Dallas with 9:18 left in the first half. The Falcons scoring on their first 3 consecutive drives tonight. The Braves still looking to get that first point, and a long methodical drive in the first quarter resulted in a turnover and downs within their 15-yard line. Last drive resulted in a 3-and-out, looking to get some points before halftime. They did defer to the second half, winning the coin toss, so they will get the ball to start the second half. So if you can find some momentum here, get a stop, and go into halftime, a shorter deficit than the one that you're currently facing. Feel good. Chase Williams receives the punt, the kickoff at the 12-yard line, and brought down right at the 15-yard line. They give him forward progress towards the 17. That's where the Braves' third drive of the night will start on their own 17-yard line.
Brought down by number 22, Jake Joyner.
We're starting field position tonight for the Braves. A little bit better kick coverage for the Falcons on an ensuing kickoff, and a couple of reps throughout the evening. And the offense trots back out. Cash Elston and Adam Allred at the bottom of the formation. Dylan Testa up top. Chase Williams in the slot to the bottom. And Ronti Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Reshuffle the order, send Allred to the slot. Move down Williams and Elston to the bottom. Calloway gets the snap. He's looking back towards his right, fires down the field, and caught by Chase Williams at the 40 in between two Falcon defenders. Foot race towards the pylon. Chase Williams cuts back in and spun around, brought down inside the 20, and the Braves get a much-needed spark. That's exactly what they were trying to set up. They like Williams across the middle of the field, and they even reshuffled their wide receivers to get him into a more prime position. They shuffled them from his typical position in the inner slot back in towards the middle to give him some space to come across the middle of the field, split the DB and the safety, and make a great catch in traffic at the 40. And now inside the 15-yard line, timeout on the field. Lake Dallas takes their timeout, and we'll take 1-2. I'll be back. Braves in the red zone. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
At this time, we would like to recognize your...
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
Bringing the spirit this season.
First and 10 for the Braves inside the Falcon 15-yard line, courtesy of a 75-yard pitch and catch from Grayson Calloway to Chase Williams to provide a much-needed spark for the Braves in a bold play call. You saw how quickly that previous drive stalled out, not getting anything on first down, going down the field. Williams, great catch in traffic, comes down with it and shows off the flash all the way inside the 15-yard line for the Falcons. Two backs in the backfield with Callaway. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, comes back in, throws to the corner of the end zone, nobody home. And they were trying to get a wheel route out there from Ronti Wilson. Wilson unable to get out into space.
Pass incomplete to Dr. Grindle. There's a flag on the play.
A penalty marker on the play. But a roughing the passer penalty against Lake Dallas will negate the negative play. Or I guess not the negative play, but the incomplete pass. So it gives them about a 7.5 yard penalty, but a fresh set of downs for Community. Their best opportunity to score so far tonight. They got right towards the 15 on their opening drive before it stalled out. They turned it over on downs. First and goal from inside the 7-yard line. Bunch formation off the tackle. It's a pop pass across the middle, trying to get to the edge. Cash Elston brought down for a short loss.
Number 11, Cash Elston on the carry, brought down by number 16, Ryan Young.
Cash Elston trying to just get to the perimeter, unable to do so. Dropped for a loss of about 1.5 yards. Three wide receivers up top. Be curious to see how they end up lining up. As we saw that adjustment on the first play of the drive where you had Williams on the inner portion where Elston is currently. Williams on the slot and Testa up at the top. Allred at the bottom of the formation all by himself. Callaway tries to get a speed out to Williams. Had to step on the outside linebacker trying to keep up with him. But Callaway just a little bit too much zip on the football. Third and goal now for the Braves. Seen them throughout the season, especially in the early parts where the offense was struggling. They'd put up yards, they'd get first downs, but this is the part of the field where they struggled with quite a bit, and that's just punching it in and getting points on the board. If you can cut this lead to 14 here, get a stop, and then all of a sudden you control the middle 8 minutes. As you get the ball back on the other side of halftime, get right back into this in a hurry. Two wide receivers up top, two to the bottom. Ronti Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Callaway. Sends Williams across the field, the motion quarterback keeper to the right side. Inside the 5, Grayson Callaway finds the green turf in the end zone. Scores from 8 yards out. Grayson Callaway, we haven't seen him use his legs too often this season, but he gets it done. Punches it in for the Braves. Braves capitalize on a 75-yard pitch and catch to Chase Williams back on their own 17-yard line, capped off by an 8-yard touchdown run from Grayson Calloway. And now Colt Story out to put the exclamation point on the spark that the Braves offense needed. Saw them drive down the field on the first drive, move the chains, get first downs, but unable to get any points out of it. So now and some confusion, an injured Brave on the previous play. Sometimes that can throw a loop into your lineup out there. So a little bit of confusion. Coach Ortega calls the timeout, and we'll take 1-2. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
Community caps off an 83-yard touchdown drive from an 8-yard carry from quarterback Grayson Calloway. Seen him torch defenses all season long with his arms, getting it done on the ground. And now Colt Story not on the field. The Braves called the timeout as they set up the extra points kick, but now the offense back out onto the field. Lake Dallas looks like they're scrambling quite a bit. Different formation for the Braves. Calloway rolls out to his right towards the back of the end zone. Open. Adam Allred comes down with it. And now the Braves capitalize on the 2-point conversion. A little bit of confusion for Lake Dallas. It looked like they were trying to scramble. Interesting formation for Community. The 3 wide receivers that we traditionally see spread out through either side of the field to the strong side, all bunched in on the line of scrimmage. Creates all sorts of potential matchup nightmares for a defense, and especially when you're expecting an extra point kick like we traditionally see from Community. All sorts of confusion, lots of late shifting, and Adam Allred just finds the zone, camps out, comes down with the catch, and now 8 points for the Braves. .748 left before halftime. Colt Story now on the field as he'll boot it away to the Falcons. Juan Garcia back to receive the kick. DJ Hicks as well. Back there as well.
Jersey for Lake Dallas. Number 1, DJ Hicks. Number 3, Gavin Young. Number 4, Juan Garcia.
And Story boots a line drive right up the middle, fielded at the 15 by Hicks. Comes up the field, past the 30, not much further than that. The Braves maintain and contain the kickoff return attack for the Falcons, and they'll set up shop at their own 31-yard line with 7:42 left to go in second quarter. So now both teams trading touchdowns. The Braves needing a stop here. Think about where you want to be going into halftime. If you can get a stop here, control the middle 4, get another score, you can go into halftime down a score. Then before the Falcons can get the football again, tie the ball game up as the Braves get the ball to start off the second quarter. It's a wide receiver quick to DJ Hicks as he gets inside the 45 as he's hobbled on the play. Gets enough for the first down for the Falcons. They take an injury timeout.
44-yard line.
We'll take another break as well, as there's also an injured Brave on the field. We'll be back. 7:32 left in the second quarter. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
First and 10 for the Falcons, trying to take a shot down the field, caught at the 20, and answering back in a hurry. The Falcons fire down the field. It's Cash Davis staying in the pocket and unloading. Finds Josh Moore, senior wide receiver, out on the middle of the field as he surpasses 100 receiving yards for the season. First and 10 for the Falcons inside the Braves' 20-yard line. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the formation. And Gavin Young, DJ Hicks, and Moore, who just came up with the pass. It's a handoff between the tackles, brought down in the backfield. Bryce Thurman on the carry, and a group of Braves halt him before he can get back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th TFL of the night for this Braves defense. When they've been humming, they've been great. They've come up with big plays, but they not been able to string together enough to come up with the full stop. It caused a 3rd and 14 on the opening drive before the Falcons got a 25-yard gain on a counter run play. They are going to run it between the tackles again, trying to bounce it out to the outside, inside the 10, brought down right at the yard to gain mark. I believe that was Dylan Testa on the tackle.
On the carry. Pushed out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds at the 8-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. Under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. And back in the backfield with the quarterback. It's Ben Allen coming in off the bench, trying to get to the pylon, dives in, and a penalty marker right at the point of attack. Likely a holding penalty against the offense will negate the touchdown from Ben Allen. Nope, it's a face mask against Community, so the Falcons will decline the penalty. An 8-yard touchdown run from Ben Allen, his 4th rushing touchdown of the year, as the Falcons answer back in a hurry. An 8-yard touchdown run. Their 4th touchdown in as many possessions. All of a sudden, the kicking unit out to punch through the extra point attempt. And the kick is up and through the uprights. Good, as they extend the lead now 28-8 with 5 minutes, 43 seconds. We'll take a look at what's happening throughout the area. Updated score look on the Community Braves Network. Busy week, bye week for Canton and Quinlan Ford. Sanger up 21-7 over Caddo Mills. Still scoreless. The Diamond Hills Western Hills matchup. And as we look throughout the district, Panther Creek up early. Salina rolling in the second. Longview up by a touchdown. Royce City up 13-3 over Forney. And Naaman Forest 17-7 over Wiley. And Wiley East up 17-7 at halftime in their contest. 28-8 lead for the Falcons. They're ready to boot it off. Ronty Wilson and Chase Williams back to receive
For
the kickoff.
Number 12, Chase Williams. And number 22, Randy Wilson. And for the Falcons, number 30, Cooper Dinaha.
The Braves ready to set up for their 4th offensive possession of the night. First one ended in a turnover on downs inside their own 15-yard line. A quick 3 and out, give the ball right back to Lake Dallas shortly after the Falcons' second touchdown, and then marched all the way down the field on an 83-yard touchdown drive just a few moments ago. It's a very similar kickoff return situation, the one that we see here this time a little bit further down the field, sets up shop at the 23-yard line with 5:37 left to go in the second quarter. So now back-to-back touchdowns scored tonight. 2 by Lake Dallas, sandwiching a Lake Dallas a community touchdown. It was an 8-yard touchdown run from Grayson Allen to get the Braves on the board on their last drive, aided by a 75-yard pass to Chase Williams down the field. See what they have cooked up on 1st and 10, 3-by-1 formation. Cade Connor in the backfield with Grayson. Hands it off to Connor towards the left side, powers forward for a hard-earned chunky yardage. Gain of 3 on the play.
24, Cade Connor on the carry. Makes it to the 26-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Braves.
For 2nd and 6 for the Braves. Dylan Test at the top of the formation. The trio in all red, Elston and Williams to the bottom. So Connor lined up off the tackle. They're setting up a screen pass across the middle, broken up. It was intended for Dylan Testa, but snuffed out by the Lake Dallas defense. Sets up 3rd and 6 for the Braves.
Pass ball is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Maybe 6.
Third and 6. 3 wide receivers to the bottom. One up top. Connor lined off the left tackle. Now he'll join Callaway in the backfield. Under 5 minutes to go before halftime. Braves, 3rd and 6. Callaway floods out of the pocket. Catch by Elston at the 30. Turns upfield. Falls forward right at the sticks. Be down to the spots, and I think he should earn it, and does. A 7-yard completion to Cash Elston. Moves the chains for the Braves. Avoid their second 3 and out of the night. 3 drives for the Braves. Once they're able to pick up that first down, seems like things get a lot easier for this community offense. We've seen that tonight. 3 drives, 2 got within the 15-yard line. Sandwich a 3 and out in the middle. Much different teams in each of those situations. Callaway in the shotgun by himself. Gets the snap. Looks right. Fires down the field. Looking for Allred, who can't get past his defender, but draws a penalty marker down the field. So essentially serving as a deep completion. And we talk about how timing is important to this community offense, especially when it comes to this quick passing game. Even firing down the field, and Lake Dallas doing what they can to disrupt that timing. It teach these guys to be physical at the line of scrimmage. That play just a little bit too far down the field, and once that ball is in the air, you have to play the ball first and foremost. And a run off for the penalty there. That's Juan Garcia. And it gives the Braves another first down. 4:13 left to go in the second. Callaway. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Gets the snap. Looks towards his left. Fires out towards the sideline. Caught by Testa. Knocked out of his hands at the very last seconds. 2nd and 10 now for the Braves.
Pass ball is incomplete to number 20, Dylan Testa.
Testa, big wide receiver up top, trying a good matchup for him one-on-one. Couldn't quite come down with him. Now sets up 2nd and 10. Hand off to Connor between the tackles, finds a hole, blows through the 45-yard line. It's a great chunk, sets up 3rd and shorts. 8-yard carry, 2nd or 3rd and 2 coming up. Courtesy of the run for Cade Connor. That's what we were talking about in the pregame. Traditionally, here you got to run to set up the pass. But Community, what they'll do is that they'll get their ball, the playmakers, the ball out in space, makes you spread open the defense, and that's where you're able to attack between the tackles with Cade Connor and Ronti Wilson. So they work a little bit outside in, but that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. You attack the perimeter, you get your guys' balls, the ball out in space. Now it's a counter play to Ronti Wilson, sheds the first tackler in the backfield, but brought down by a group of Falcons. He'll earn his way back towards the 45. Still a loss of 2 on the play. 4th and 5 coming up. There's 3:08 left in the second quarter. Braves defense giving up touchdowns on the first 4 drives that they faced. The offense currently standing back out onto the field. So Coach Arteaga has drawn up here. Huge play for the Braves. Single high safety for the Falcons. That to be man-to-man coverage. They rotate their defense out to trying to set up a good matchup for Elston. 7 on the play clock. Sending Elston back and forth. Elston wants the football, but Coach Arteaga and this offense runs out of time. We'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 2:29 left to go in the first half. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
4th and 4 for the Braves. Saw them keep their offense out on the field and moved around Cash Elton to try to set up a favorable matchup. 2:29 left before halftime. 3 wide receivers in a triangle up top. Adam Allred by himself at the bottom of the formation. Cade Connor in the backfield with Grayson Callaway. Huge play for the Braves. 4th down. Callaway, shotgun. And now Lake Dallas, knowing how big of a play it is, they like to take a timeout as well. We'll keep it here. 2:29 left to go. It's been a kind of the shootout that we were expecting coming into tonight. Lake Dallas started off the game. They got the ball, marched down for a 68-yard touchdown drive. Took about 3 minutes, 45 seconds before they were able to find pay dirt on a 1-yard touchdown run from Cash Davis on a quarterback sneak. The Braves responded very quickly. They were moving down the field very methodically, but the drive stalled out at the 15-yard line of Lake Dallas. Ended up in a turnover on downs. And a very quick, less than a 2-minute drive for Lake Dallas doubled up the lead, 14-0. Braves offense stalling out in response to 3 and outs to wrap up the first quarter. Then nothing but touchdowns so far in the second. It was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Davis to Young for Lake Dallas, responded to by an 8-yard touchdown run from Grayson Callaway and an 8-yard touchdown run from Ben Allen. But here we are, 4th and 4 for the Braves. Each team calling a timeout to talk it over. Huge play. It's a handoff towards the right side. Allred now looking to pass and nowhere to go with it. Chucks it out towards the sideline. It was a double pass action, and Allred just swarmed with pressure from Lake Dallas. And I was curious if this was going to come up. The official has thrown a flag. It's going to be called intentional grounding. The important thing to note there is that Allred was not the first player to touch the football. You get a little bit more protection as the first person to touch the football, which is traditionally the quarterback. You're able to throw the ball away once you get out of the pocket. Certain other standards have to be met as well. It has to get to the line of scrimmage, and it has to also pass the line of scrimmage, which both of those things did. But since Allred was considered a ball carrier, he's not able to throw the ball out of bounds and receive those same kind of protections that Callaway would have on that same type of effort. So it's intentional grounding. It results in a turnover on downs either way, but will result in some better yardage for Lake Dallas. They have 2 minutes, 20 seconds to work with before the end of the first half. So they have an opportunity to even blow this game open even more. 28-8 currently. As the officials talking over exactly how to score this. And to be fair, it's a very unique situation that they have found themselves in. You don't typically see too many intentional grounding plays called up like that, and also it being on fourth down throws a little bit of a complication into it. And initially, it looked like that Lake Dallas was declining the penalty, but I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. So yes, intentional grounding. They're going to enforce the penalty, the spot foul. So they're going to move them back from their own side, from the Lake Dallas side of the field, back towards the community 43-yard line. And Lake Dallas will take over from there. First and 10 for the Falcons. Gets the snap, looks to pass. Steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, caught at the 25. Sheds a tackle at the 22. It's Hicks inside the 10. First down for the Falcons. To approach out of bounds. The clock is stopped. 2:09.
Brought down at the 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Falcons.
First and goal for the Falcons off the pitch and catch from Cash Davis to DJ Hicks. He's been the popular target tonight. Now from just inside their own 10-yard line, 3 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. They target the 3 up top. And blown up in the backfield. Outstanding effort from Grayson Abbott. We've seen him win that kind of battle throughout the night tonight. It's a wide receiver screen. You like the numbers out there, 2 blockers, 2 hats. But Grayson Abbott gets off the block and brings him down for it was the 5th TFL of the night for community. Now the trick is that they haven't been able to string these TFLs together. It's been 1 here, 1 there, and Lake Dallas has been able to work around it. And that brings us to the 2-minute timeouts, a new rule implemented from the NCAA down now to the UIL, where there's a 2-minute timeout at the 2-minute mark, kind of like what we're used to in the NFL ranks, designed to give each team a rest before halftime at the end of the game, and also an opportunity to show some more commercials. We're not about that here on the Community Braves Network. We're keeping it here where the action is. Second and goal coming up for the Falcons, just outside their 10-yard line, so about a 1-yard loss on the play, blown up by Grayson Abbott. Up top, he's been outstanding tonight. And now a similar formation, 3 wide receivers now to the bottom of the formation, 1 up top. And typically what you can see is your 2 best receivers kind of spread out, 1 on one side, 1 to the other. But the Falcons like to keep them together on that trio on the strong side of the offense. And we'll see where they want to go here. It's a handoff between the tackles, stood up at the line of scrimmage and brought down shortly thereafter. It's Daniel bringing him down to the 6th tackle for loss now for community. Be interesting to see if you want to, Coach Ortega wants to stop the clock, call a timeout, and give his offense back some time before halftime. They will be getting the ball on their side of the halftime break. Under 90 seconds left. 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. Hands it off to the right side. Between the tackles, breaks the tackle and in for a touchdown. That's Bryce Thurman on the carry. He scores for the first time tonight. He's been outstanding, over 100 yards rushing, and punches in the touchdown with 1:14 left to go before halftime. 34-8, and they send their kicker back out once again at Cooper Dahini. Ben Allen to hold once again. Snap comes in, kick through the uprights, and now a 35-8 lead for the Falcons. With less than 2 minutes to go for halftime. We'll take a quick break and return the final 60 or 74 seconds. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
35-8 lead for Lake Dallas after scoring on their fifth consecutive drive. 5 touchdowns in 5 drives. This one capped off on a 14-yard touchdown run from Bryce Thurman on third and goal from the 14-yard line. But the Braves, 74 seconds left to work with before halftime. They do get the ball back on the other side of the break. So an opportunity to bring this to about 22, bring this within 2 scores before Lake Dallas can touch the football again. Williams scoops it up at the 10. It was a squib kick, a low dribbler. He makes it to the 17-yard line.
Number 12 received the ball.
And the Braves start their next drive at the 17-yard line. The second time tonight they've started from the 17-yard line. Last time ended in a touchdown, for what it's worth.
Community will take over at the 17-yard line.
2-by-2 formation. 2 wide receivers up top, 1, 2 to the bottom, stacked in a more vertical set. Callaway fires it out to Elston, caught at 25, out of bounds. Near the sticks.
Pass intended for Cash Elson.
So the Braves have been able to move the football throughout. Just 1 3-and-out tonight, and they've gotten inside the 15-yard line 3 times tonight. Ended on turnover on downs in 2 of those. And then the 8-yard touchdown run from Grayson Callaway being the lone scorer for the Braves. Callaway back to pass, fires out towards the sideline, just out of the reach of Elston. Actually, they're going to rule that the previous play was incomplete. So it goes from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 10 to now 3rd and 10. With 56 seconds left before halftime. 2 wide receivers up top, and Dylan Testa and Cash Elston. Adam Allred at the bottom of the formation. Now they move Elston back down to the bottom to set up the trio with Williams and Allred. Cade Connor in the backfield with Callaway. We've seen him at over 100 receiving yards on the season. That's where they want to go on the halfback screen. Turns upfield, brought down past the 20. Stays in bounds. The clock will keep rolling. 45 seconds left before halftime in Lake Dallas. An opportunity to preserve some clock. They call a timeout.
Short of the first down, it'll be 4th and 7 for the Braves. Timeout, Falcons.
And the Falcons will take a timeout. We'll take 1 2. We'll be back with the final 46 seconds of the first half. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Timeout.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at levonfamilydental.com or call 972-853-2100.
4th and 7 for the Braves. Adam Allred back out to punt. Falcons now their return set up at midfield. 44 seconds left before halftime. And the snap comes into Allred, and a good punt fielded at midfield. Tries to reverse field, makes the defender miss inside the 40, inside the 35, and a flag will couple of flags will certainly bring them back towards their own side of the field with 33 seconds left. There's one near the 40-yard line at the bottom side of the field, and then probably a unnecessary roughness towards midfield, depending on where the more favorable penalty is where Lake Dallas will start their 6th offensive drive of the night. They've scored touchdowns on their first 5. It was a 1-yard touchdown run from Cash Davis, a 5-yard touchdown run from Kevin O'Hari, 25-yard pass from Davis to Young, and an 8-yard touchdown run from Ben Allen, and a 14-yard touchdown run from Bryce Thurman, the most recent of the scores. 1st and 10 for the Falcons inside the community 49-yard line. Hand off to O'Hari. Waits for a hole to open up, sneaks through it on the right side, picks up 3 on the play. 20 seconds left. Lake Dallas back out. For another quick play. O'Hari, a handoff between the middle, picks up another chunk. It looks like we'll wind down to the halftime break. 2 down, the final play of the 2nd quarter. The Falcons go into the break 35-8 over at the Community Braves. We'll have halftime coverage coming up for you. Take a quick break. You're watching Community Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
What I would say to someone thinking about becoming a mentor with Project Inspire is to just do it. Just jump in and don't hesitate. If there is a prompting on your heart to participate in this program, then definitely sign up, because it would be a blessing to that child and to you as well.
Becoming a mentor with Project Inspire, you think that you're going to be the one that's helping the kid. And with every kid, they end up helping you more. Whether it's through simple interactions or some of the harder questions, whatever it may pertain, you feel as if you're helping the kid out throughout their life and hoping that you're building a really good foundation for them in their life. But on the other end of it all, they end up helping us a lot more than what you would ever think. And they have a different perspective, and you think that you're the one helping them. And I think that's the case for sure. But also, they help us more than they could ever give back to them.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
And welcome back to halftime coverage here at Falcon Stadium. This is Cooper Welch covering your halftime information. We are going to quickly turn it over to the band and the Daz and Dames, and then I'll come back and take a look at local scores from around the area. Thank you so much for sticking around for halftime on the Community Braves Network.
Social officers Caitlin Vega and Alejandra Algar. Spirit Girl of the Week is Alejandra Algar. Dame of the Week is Emily Sanchez. The dames will perform a jazz routine to These Boots Are Made for Walking. Most Chris Lovejoy Marching Invitational, and your UIL Region 25 Division I Superior Rated Mighty Braves Marching Band. Band students of the week are freshman Justin Weiss, sophomore Jamarian Giddings, junior Amaya Hernandez, senior Eric Fola, color guard Audrey Burt, and section of the week is the saxophones. Drum majors of the band are Jaden Hale, Ruth Rangel, Colby Anashut, and Daniel Zudi. The band will perform parts 1, 2, and 3 of their halftime show entitled Old School, featuring music from the 80s. Featured soloists are Jaden Hale and Claire Bell.
Thanks for sticking around for halftime on the Community Braves Network. We are going to take a quick look at scores around the district and our previous opponents this year. First up, we have a score that's turned in for Sanger and Caddo Mills. Sanger is currently up 21-7 over the Fighting Foxes of Caddo Mills. We do not have a score turned in for Diamond Hills and Western Hills, so we will move on to the second page of our scoreboard as soon as I can get that pulled up. And district at halftime, Panther Creek is currently up 23-6 over Paris at home, and Aubrey at home trails Salina 41-0 at halftime. Longview currently leads 14-7 over Rockwall in the second quarter. Royce City is up big, 19-3 over Forney in Forney. Naaman Forest is up 17-14 in the third quarter over Wiley in Wiley, and Wiley East is on the road beating Saxe 17-7 at the half. That was a quick look at scores across the district and also local opponents and people we've played earlier this year. Stick around for the rest of halftime, and then we'll come back for the third quarter when the Braves will be facing off against Lake Dallas. You're watching Community Braves Network.
Kaylee Fingler, Senior First Lieutenant Hannah Shamp, and Senior Captain Katie Huff. The 25-26 social officers are Junior Spirit Coordinator Michaela Ramirez, Junior Secretary Savannah Swanson, Junior Historian Savine Aramani, Senior Vice President Naya Marshall, and Senior President Brindley Burton. Congratulations to High Stepper of the Week, Brindley Burton, and Spirit Stepper of the Week, Hannah Shamp. Now, for your halftime entertainment, the Lake Dallas High Steppers will perform a kick routine to Starships, performed by the Lake Dallas Falcons Marching Band. Would like to thank their 25-26 Platinum and Platinum Plus sponsors, Aaron Pickard, Lasco Acoustic and Drywall, and CNN Construction. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the Lake Dallas ISD Performing Arts Department and Lake Dallas High School proudly present the 2025 edition of the Pride of Falcon Land, the award-winning Falcon Marching Band. For your halftime entertainment, the Falcon Band is proud to present their 2025 film production, Fury of the Sea, A Pirate's Last Voyage, featuring music from Pirates of the Caribbean, Jerry's Ire from Verdier's Requiem, Ballet Suite No. 4 by Shostakovich. The Falcon Band is led onto the field by drum majors Esther Kitamura and Ethan Lowney. Please put your hands together for the 2025 Falcon Marching Band. directors for the Lake Dallas High School Falcon Band are Michaela Pyle, Brandon Kofal, Jeff Garza, and Tori Villa. The section of the week is the Mellophones, and the member of the week is Addie Pledger. Principal of Lake Dallas High School is Dr. Colleen Grindle, and Superintendent of Lake Dallas ISD is Dr. Kristen Brown. The Falcon Band would like to wish the Community Band program a good season and best of luck at their marching contest this year. Go Falcons! The Community Braves. Back to receive for the Braves, number 22.
Community Wilson kick off up the third quarter. 35-8 lead for Lake Dallas after scoring on their first their first 5 possessions, and then running out the clock on their 6th. Community's moved the ball fairly well, gotten into Lake Dallas territory 3 times now, scored once, come up with turnover on downs on the other 2. So familiar story for Community through the early parts of the season. Opening kickoff fielded at the 8-yard line by Ronti Wilson. Turns up the field, sheds the tackle at the 25, down the sideline past midfield. So favorable field position for Community. The best field position that they've started off with tonight, as they started within their own 20-yard line on 2 separate occasions and start right at midfield to start the second half. Again, it hasn't been much of a problem moving the football, but finding points and capitalizing on opportunities has been something that has kind of plagued them throughout the early parts of the season. You saw it really come together a couple weeks ago against Western Hills. And early on, they moved the ball very well in their opening drive, got all the way down inside the 15-yard line before turning it over on downs. 1st and 10 from midfield. 3 wide receivers up top, 2 to the bottom. Empty backfield for Callaway. He gets the snap, drops back to pass. We're setting up a screen to Ronti Wilson, caught at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about a half a yard, not much more than that.
Pass is complete to number 22, Emmanuel Speed.
2nd and 9. Officially in Lake Dallas territory. Lake Dallas doing a great job of staying disciplined on those screens. As a defender, it's so easy to try to get upfield once you see a wide open path to the quarterback, but staying patient and protecting against the screen. Quick out route to Chase Williams, just out of reach from the hands of Callaway. 3rd and 9. They've 2 3-and-outs tonight, trying to avoid a 3rd. Monty Wilson in the backfield with Callaway. 3 wide receivers at the bottom, and Williams, Elston, and Allred, and Dylan Testa up at the top of the formation. Fakes the handoff, Callaway back to pass, fires downfield looking for Elston, overshoots him, and in and out of the hands of the safety on the play. DJ Hicks almost came up with the interception. 4th and 9 now from midfield. And the punt team coming out for the Braves.
Almost intercepted by number 1, DJ Hicks.
So the Braves' last drive of the second quarter resulted in a 3-and-out. Their first drive of the third quarter resulting in a 3-and-out. So Lake Dallas to receive the football with 11 minutes and 1 second left in the third quarter. 4th and 9 already. Out to boot it away. Dallas fumbles the snap, gets it off. A bit of a rush motion. And a penalty marker at the point of attack will give Lake Dallas a little bit better field position. Tough play from Hunter Rollins. It was a shorter punt than what they're accustomed to with Allred. Caused the returner to kind of come up on it at the very last minute, right into the arms of Rollins, who finished the tackle, but before the ball got to the right spot. So 1st and 10 now for Lake Dallas, and what would have been inside the 20 had he held off, but should give them favorable field position with under 11 minutes to go. And the Braves defense, a great opportunity to work on some things early in the third. They gave up 5 touchdowns on the first 5 drives of the contest, and now an opportunity to iron out some things. Lake Dallas coming out with a new formation, 2 wide receivers stacked on top of each other at the bottom of the formation, one by himself up top. It's a handoff between the tackles. Bounces out to the left side, gets a block at midfield, bounces off another tackler up the 50 and pushed out at the sideline inside the 35-yard line. That's once again Kevin O'Hari, who's been outstanding tonight. He scored a touchdown in their first drive of the night.
Makes it to the 34-yard line. That's good enough for another
First and 10 for Lake Dallas. Inside the community 34-yard line. First and 10. Same formation, 2 stacks at the bottom, and that's your 2 leading receivers in Gavin Young and DJ Hicks. Another wide receiver up top, a tight end like back behind the right tackle. And another handoff to the running back, brought down in the backfield. A group of Braves on the attempt there. Most notably, that's Zeke Rodriguez getting back there first. A couple of his friends coming out to clean up. Isaac Foy in on the tackle, as well as Caleb Allred getting it done. TFL, the 6th TFL of the night for community. An opportunity to stack some good plays together and get their first stop of the night. Second and 12 for the Falcons. 2 wide receivers staggered up top, 1 at the bottom, and a back in the backfield. It's a pop pass. Turns up the field past the 30. Makes a man miss at the 25. Tripped up. Great work there from Baja Holt to get make enough contact to trip him up. Still be good enough for a Falcon first down, but Baja able to stop anything more destructive than that. First and 10 for the Falcons at the 22-yard line. That was Gavin Young on the carry/reception, depending on how exactly they score that. 2 wide receivers staggered up top. O'Hari in the backfield. Now another pop pass towards the other side of the formation. That's Hicks. Makes first man miss in the backfield. Stiff arm inside the 10. Still on his feet. Tiptoes into the end zone for a Falcon first down from 22 yards out. Great footwork from DJ Hicks, the senior, the focal points of this Falcon offense, finding pay dirt for the first time tonight. Now the PAT unit back out for Lake Dallas. Snap comes in. Extra point through the upright. They extend their lead 42-8. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Braves football on Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LavonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
Lake Dallas extends their lead 42-8 with 8:55 left in the third quarter after forcing a 3-and-out by Community to start the second half. Then marching right down the field, aided by a kick-catch interference on the punt, and capped off with a pop pass touchdown reception from Cash Davis to DJ Hicks to extend the lead even a little bit more. Roncie Wilson and Cash Elston back deep to receive the kick for Community. First time we've seen Elston back there. We've seen Chase Williams take back a few kicks and squibber up the middle. Elston comes up on it at the 15. Off the hop, turns back towards the center of the field, brought down at the 22-ish yard line where the Braves start their nights. First and 10 for the Braves, and some extracurriculars after the play, resulting in some penalties being thrown. So interesting to see how they score this one. Meeting of the minds at 30. This one out. 8:20 on the, or 8:50 on the clock in the third quarter. 42-8 lead for Lake Dallas. Both teams trying to pick up their first district win of the season. Community not in action last week with their bye week. Lake Dallas falling to Paris 20-16 in their district opener, trying to get back to the playoffs after a tough 5-5 season last year. So they will be offsetting penalties. So first and 10 for Community, and that's sportsmanlike conduct rung up on both teams.
It'll be first and 10 for the
First and 10 from 24-yard line. First and 10 for Community. Stalled out early in their first offensive possession, a 3-and-out. Targeted Nelson down the field. Couldn't quite connect, and the screen pass blown up by the Lake Dallas defense, not doing them any favors. Cade Connor in the backfield with Callaway, Williams and Allred to the bottom, Elston and Testa up top. Callaway in the shotgun, gets the snap. Hand off to Connor between the tackles. Waits for a hole to open. One doesn't come. Will fall forward. A very hard-earned yard and a half. Roncie Wilson now checking into the game.
Runs into the big green wall.
Will come in for Connor. So 1-for-1 swap. Second and 8 for the Braves. All red to the bottom of the formation. 3 up top. Galloway in the shotgun with Roncie Wilson. Gets the snap. Looks left. Fires out towards the sideline. Elston goes up for it. Comes down for a good gain. Third and manageable. Coming up for the Braves.
Taken down by number 11, Keenan Ford.
3rd and 5. Coming up for Community.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Trio of wide receivers to the top. They reconfigure, send Williams and Elston to the bottom of the formation to join Allred, leaving Dylan Testa up top by himself. Galloway rolls to his right, gets a block from Wilson, fires through the hands of Allred. Now 4th and 5 for the Braves.
Pass intended for number 8, Adam Allred.
Punt unit coming back on for Community
By number
after
16,
3-and-out.
Ryan Young.
Third consecutive 3-and-outs of the game dating back to the second quarter. Allred back out to punt. Turner for Lake Dallas at his own 38-yard line. received the benefit of a kick catch interference penalty the last time out. Different formation coming out for Community. They send the three receivers. Trouble with the snap. Allred eludes the first man. Now he's just going to tuck it and run down towards the sideline. He's got the first down for the Braves. Not sure how much of that was planned or how much of that just resulted, but an interesting shift before the play started. Three of the essentially middle gunners who try to protect the punter fanned out right, kind of like the trip formation that we see constantly throughout the offense. And then Allred still back out to pass. Obviously a very great athlete, one of the top wide receiver targets. Had trouble with the snap, turns his head around, breaks the tackle in the backfield, turns upfield, and gets the first down. So very curious to see if that's how the play was drawn up or if that's just Allred improvising. But Callaway, 1st and 10, fires down the field, goes for Elston, intercepted at the 40. That's DJ Hicks, the wide receiver who scored their most recent touchdown, now turning towards the corner of the field, pushed out by Elston, and Lake Dallas now in Brave territory. 1st and 10 with 7:14 left in the third. .14 left in the third quarter. 42-8 lead for Lake Dallas, trying to build upon it. 1st and 10 at the 36. Quick pop pass to Thurman in the backfield. He'll pick up a few yards on 1st down. A late penalty coming in from the back judge.
Brought down by number 26, Zeke Rodriguez. There's a flag on the play.
Senior Ben Allen coming in. Plays some quarterback. We've seen him primarily as a runner, but has been very efficient as a passer in his time. Like a personal foul against Community will give Lake Dallas a freebie, working their way towards Hader once again. Only time that they've been stopped tonight has been due to the clock in the first half. They had the ball as the time expired near midfield. Going into halftime, the rest of their offensive opportunities have resulted in touchdowns. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 so far in the third. We're about the halfway mark in the third quarter. Allen gets the snap, hands it off to O'Hari to the left side. Falls forward for a gain of 3 on 1st down.
Number 5, Kevin O'Hari on the carry. Gain of 2 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Falcons.
2nd and 8 for Lake Dallas. Kevin O'Hare, the team's leading rusher coming into tonight, 361 yards, now over 400 on the season. Also picking up his 3rd touchdown of the year. He's on the field in a 2 running back look with himself and Bryce Thurman in the backfield with Ben Allen, who's also a very tough runner. 4 touchdowns scored this season for Allen. He's in the backfield, 2 great runners. Now looking to pass. In trouble, rolls out to his right. Buys some more time, keeps his eyes downfield, fires towards the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. The pitch and catch to Josh Moore, his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. And extends the lead 48-8 with 5:58 left in the third. And some, looks like more penalty markers out on the field as well. Talking about it in the end zone. So, touchdown likely to stand, as I believe it was after the play. the head referee talking with Coach Ortega after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, this time on Lake Dallas. Now we're seeing teams exchange personal foul penalties.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Falcons.
So Lake Dallas currently has the ball on the regular hash. Coach Ortega has the opportunity to take the penalty here on the extra point or to add it to the kickoff. Looks like they'll be taking it on the kickoff. We'll set it the normal PAT mark. And the PAT unit back out for Lake Dallas to extend this to a 41-point lead with 5:58 left in the third. Snap comes in, kick through the uprights. 7 for 7 tonight from the PAT stripe. And we'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
49-8 lead for Lake Dallas with 5:58 left to go. Now time to take a look at our Braves of the week. We have Elizabeth McDormand, Kenny Womack, and Brody Ross, a trio of Braves. The LSPTO nominated these three leaders for showing their passion for making Ellis Elementary and Brave Nation an amazing place. They made the day fun by getting slimed by students and letting them spray silly string all over. They ensure daily connection with students and bring immense joy to their school. And you can read everything about Miss McDormand, Mrs. Womack, and Mr. Ross by clicking on the link in the show description. There you can also check out the other brags of the week on communityisd.org. The community with the kickoff return, Cade Connor scoops it up at the 40 and pushes the pile back towards the 45. Favorable field position for the Braves in the third go in the third quarter.
45-yard line.
First and 10 from the 45-yard line. So 3 and out to start the third quarter. It looked like they were going to stall out early on a 3 and out on their last possession. Then a fake punt conversion gave them a more life before Grayson Calloway interception to DJ Hicks. Turned the ball over a play later. First and 10 for the Braves, 3-by-1 formation. Calloway. Option play gets out to Ronti Wilson, brought down in the backfield. Brought down for a loss of 4 or so. Second and long now for the Braves.
Wilson on the carry. Brought down in the back. It'll bring up second down and 14 for the Braves.
Monty Wilson, the tailback in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. 5:13 and counting. 12 seconds left on the play clock. Braves get set. 3-by-1 formation. And off to Ronti Wilson between the tackles. Sheds an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage. Gets a few yards on the play and a flag coming in from the far line judge.
22 on the carry. Gain of 3. There's a flag on the field.
And a face mask on the defense is Ronti Wilson, the arm tackle that we mentioned. And he broke. Grabbed his face mask along the way. First, or I should say the second first down of the half-4 community. Last one came on a fake punt from Adam Allred. A 8-yard rush. Moved the chains before a Grayson Calloway interception derailed the drive. First time that they've been in Lake Dallas territory in the second half. In fact, the first time they've been in Lake Dallas territory since about the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Moving the ball, 2-by-2 set. Ronti Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Kicks Ronti Wilson out of the backfield, drops back the pass. Gets a screen pass to Ronti Wilson, snags it in, works his way towards the sideline, pushed down at the 35, or a good chunk on first down. Not an easy play to make. Kind of a counter, kind of what you would expect on like a counter handoff, except the screen pass variation of it where you send Ronti Wilson out of the backfield towards the right side. Then once the ball is snapped, he comes back in towards the middle of the tackle box, evades the defender in the backfield, and now second and short. The full playbook at the disposal of the Braves offense. Handoff to Ronti Wilson, kicks it out towards the left near the sticks. I don't think he got it, but it's third and short for the Braves. Coming in now towards 4-down territory. You're going to have a couple of cracks at it from a yard out. Might be the opportunity to take another shot down the field. Two backs in the backfield with Callaway. Hands off to Connor. Ronti Wilson lead blocking. Blast through the 30-yard line. Drags the defender past the 25. Good for a first down and then some.
24, Kate Connor on the carry.
Don't see a whole lot of the 2RB look for Community, but you can see the value there. Charleston at the top of the formation, all red, and Williams to the right side, and both Connor and Wilson in the backfield. Hand off to Connor from the zone action towards the left side, blown up in the backfield by Lake Dallas. Brings him down for a loss of 3. Second and 13 now for Community. Will be under 3 minutes by the time the next snap is held. Dylan Testic comes on in for Cade Connor. So he'll march out to his typical spot at the top of the formation. Cash Elston inside of him. And Williams and Allred to the bottom of the formation. Callaway looks towards Testic. Caught at the 19. Brought down immediately, but splits the difference between the line of scrimmage and the yard to gain mark. Sets up third and manageable on the pitch and catch from Callaway to Testa. Third and 6. This is where we've seen a couple of Braves drives stall out tonight. And plenty throughout the first 3 games of the season. They can move the ball very well. Good at picking up yards, good at moving the chains. But once they get here, the field tightens up and having a hard time converting on 3rd and 4th downs. Callaway drops back the pass, throws towards the end zone. Took a shot along the way, was looking for Elston down the field. And took a shot as he let that one rip. 4th and 6 now for the Braves. Callaway back up, ready to roll.
Brings up 4th and 6 for the Braves.
By 2 formation. 4th and 6 for the Braves. Ronti Wilson in the backfield with Callaway. Callaway gets the snap, looks left, and Testa not looking back for the ball. Another turnover on downs for the Braves. And Lake Dallas takes over at their own 21-yard line.
Turnover on downs. Falcons take over at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 for Lake Dallas. Setting up shop at their own 19-yard line. Van Allen comes back out at quarterback. We saw him lead the most recent touchdown drive. Allen in the shotgun. Finds a man in motion. Fakes the pop pass, and it's a handoff to the right side. Kevin O'Hari gets the short gain on the play.
Number 9, Reagan Reyes on the carry. Gain of 4 yards brings up second down and 4.
Sets up second and 6 for the Falcons. Allen gets the snap. And the play blown dead before it starts. The false start on the offense. Second and 11 now.
Flag on the play. False start, Falcons.
From second and 6 to second and 11 for Lake Dallas. Allen in the shotgun. Got it back to his left. 2 wide receivers down low. That's where he wants to go. Swings the pass out wide. Brought down by a trio of Braves led by Paha Holtz. Grayson Abbott also in the territory. And Caleb Allred coming to clean up 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. The Braves, an opportunity to get their first stop of the night. Lake Dallas breaks the huddle with 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Up 49-8. Allen in the shotgun gets the snap. Is looking down the field. Fires it down the field. And in and out of the hands of the wide receiver. A penalty marker in the secondary. I wonder if that's going to be offensive pass interference. You don't see that nearly as often as we see defensive pass interference, but might be warranted based on the amount of contact down the field. Either way, should have resulted 4th down for the Falcons and would result in the first stop of the night for Community. Officials confirming with Coach Ortega how he wants to go about it. I guess you could say we want to enforce the penalty, and it would be 4th and very long, or 3rd and very long. Or you can decline the penalty, take the loss of down and the result of the play, and keep it at 4th down. So that's exactly what they will do here. Chase Petty back towards midfield to receive the punt. The first punt of the night for Lake Dallas. And the snap comes in, pedals a little bit, fires it off towards Petty, caught at the 45-yard line, and that's where the Braves will start their next drive. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the final 17 seconds of the 3rd quarter. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
1st and 10 for the Braves at their own 45-yard line. Galloway and company come back out, 2-by-2 formation, and off to Connor to the left side. Plows forward for a gain of 4. Picks up a good chunk on 1st down. And that should take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Lake Dallas building on their lead in the 3rd, 49-8. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF.
Start of the fourth quarter, Community with the football, second and 6 from the 45-yard line. It was a good opportunity to talk about the Community band after opening their competition season. The second place finish at the Whitesboro Invitational last week. Bandtober continues for the Mighty Braves Marching Band with the Sounds of Fall contest in Princeton on Saturday. Our Braves are scheduled to perform in the prelims at 2 at Jackie Hendricks Field, and admission is $5. So children 10 and under are free. Please note that Princeton ISD has a clear bag policy. And Forrest Callaway on second down dishes out towards the sideline. Great catch on the perimeter from Allred, right near the sticks. Don't know if he got there. They'll give it to him. First down, Braves.
11 and 14 on the coverage. Be first and 10 for the Braves.
First and 10 for the Braves. Wilson checks into the game. He'll take the place of Connor. First and 10 at the 45. Callaway in by himself. Timeout on the field. Lake Dallas wants to talk things over.
Timeout, Falcons.
And we'll take a timeout with them. We're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
11:27 left in the fourth quarter, 49-8 lead for Lake Dallas. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Community able to get on the board on an 8-yard touchdown run from Grayson Callaway about halfway through the second quarter, and then the Falcons have scored 4 touchdowns on their last 5 possessions. The Braves defense getting on the field at the end of the third quarter set up this drive for the Braves, and a pop pass towards Ronti Wilson. I believe that should be an incomplete pass. That's what they're going to rule it. Again, it's that tricky play to really score it. Go right to Callaway. He pops it forward, which is the key part of the motion, towards Ronti Wilson. If it just happened to be a handoff attempt, or if it was a backwards kind of toss, and that would have been a live ball and a potential turnover for the Braves. Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Second and 10 for Community with 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Empty backfield with Callaway. Ronti Wilson comes across the formation in motion, and that's where he wants to go. Caught at the 45. He'll be spun forward for a yard. Sets up 3rd and 9 for the Braves.
Pass complete to 22, Ranty Wilson.
49-8 lead for Lake Dallas. Get the 3rd down play. You got to think that you got a couple of opportunities here if you can get a good chunk on 3rd down. Another timeout on the field. Not sure exactly where this came from, but timeout. And we'll keep it here. A very busy night throughout the contest. Very quick start for Lake Dallas. They scored on their first drive from 68 yards out on an opening drive. Capped off with a touchdown run from Cash Davis. And they marched right down the field after turnover on downs and capped it off with a Kevin O'Hari 5-yard touchdown run. took a 14-0 lead into the second quarter, where they expanded upon that early. A 25-yard touchdown pass from Davis to Young to open up the scoring. Grayson Calloway from Community found the end zone from 8 yards out, followed by an 8-yard touchdown run from Ben Allen. And they've been rolling ever since. Callaway back to pass, looking down the field, and takes a shot and ends up as a catch for the right tackle. Should end up in a penalty for some type of illegal touching, and there it goes. The offensive lineman can't be the first one to touch the football, even in a play of that kind of duress, unfortunately. So they're going to say that the pass was deflected from Callaway. So then that does make it a legal play for the right tackle to catch the ball in the air. Nonetheless, still sets up 4th and 9 for the Braves. The offense currently on the field in plus territory. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, and Teston Elston, Williams, and Grayson Shelton top the formation. Callaway in the shotgun. Ronte Wilson to his right. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Sets up the screen for Testa. Waiting for some blocks to come up. Nothing coming up, but brought down at the line of scrimmage, and a penalty marker coming into play. Coach from Lake Dallas sideline waving his arms like whatever the penalty is, he wants to decline it. So likely a holding penalty or a legal man downfield penalty. Nonetheless, results in a turnover on downs, and Lake Dallas gets the football at their own 45-yard line.
Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Falcons from the 45-yard line.
First and 10 for Lake Dallas. A couple of substitutions in. Reagan Reyes in the backfield with Ben Allen. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 at the bottom. Hands it off to Reyes, so to the right side. Past the 50. Marching his way towards the sticks. Brought down for a gain of 7. 2nd and short coming up for Lake Dallas. Second and 3 for the Falcons. Allen breaks the huddle, 14 on the play clock. Ray is in the backfield with him. We've seen Ben Allen use his legs quite a bit and also march the ball down the field. Hand off to Reyes towards the right side. Follows a couple of blockers past the 45 of Community. And forward progress will get him all the way to the 44-yard line. Good for a Lake Dallas first down. We're now marching towards the 9-minute mark in the 4th quarter.
Makes it up to the 44-yard line. That's a first down for the Falcons, sponsored by Scotty Baird's Hotel Showerhead Installation Service.
First and 10 for Lake Dallas. 2 wide receivers down low, 1 at the top, and a tight end off the left tackle. Allen in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff up top, or hands it off on the jet motion past the 40 and brought down. That's Gavin Young, the ball carrier.
21, Preston Harden on the carry. Makes it to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Falcons.
Again, a 5 on the jet motion. 2nd and 5 for the Falcons. Receivers down low, 1 up top. Allen in the shotgun, hands it off to the right side. Marches up the field. It's going to be Shooter
Number 9, Reagan Reyes on the carry.
on the carry. Or excuse me, that's still Reagan Reyes. Third and 4 for the Falcons.
Brings up
Forced to
third down and
punt
4
one
for
time
the
tonight.
Falcons.
Braves an opportunity to get off the field here shortly. Allen in the shotgun. Reagan back to the left. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. Allen gets the snap, fakes the hand, or actually does hand it off to Reyes. Grinds his way right towards the 35-yard line, right at the sticks. First down for the Falcons. First and 10. With 7:09 left in fourth quarter. Lake Dallas trying to build on the 49-8 lead. Two wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. Allen gets the snap, quarterback power to the right side. Splits a couple of defenders, passes 25, brought down inside the 20. Chase Petty getting the open field tackle, preventing the touchdown.
Number 12, Ben Allen on the keeper. Takes it to the 20-yard line. Altogether, that's good enough for another Falcon.
First and 10 for the Falcons. Two wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Tight end paint right back on the right tackle. Allen gets the snap, hands off to Reyes towards the left side, breaks through the initial point of contact, rumbles down in towards the 11-yard line. Second and very, very short
Brought down by
for the Falcons.
number 4, Chase Petty.
Second and 2 for the Falcons. Allen breaks the huddle.
He's second down and 2 for the Falcons.
Allen in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Quarterback keeper to the right side, Allen. Rumbles inside the 7-yard line, brought down by Allred. Good for a Falcon first down.
Brought down by
First and goal from the 7-yard line.
Caleb Allred. Takes it to the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Falcons.
Officially under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lake Dallas breaks the huddle. First down from the 6-yard line. First and goal. Allen in the shotgun gets the snap. Hands off to Reyes towards the right side. Spun down into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Extend the lead 55-8 with 4:37 left in the fourth quarter. PAT unit back out. And the snap comes in, kick through the uprights to extend the lead 56-8 with 4:08 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a step back. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Let's remember to play, coach, officiate, and support the Texas way with respect for others, self-control, and true sportsmanship. Our student athletes are here to learn life lessons through sport. Win or lose, your actions during competition and in the stands reflect your character. Play with pride, play with honor, play the Texas way. Learn more at playthetexasway.com.
6-yard touchdown run from Reagan Reyes to extend the Lake Dallas lead 56-8 with 3:34 left in the fourth quarter. Community set to receive the kickoff. Elston and Ronty Wilson back deep to receive. And booted off towards the bottom of the screen, fielded inside the 20. It's Allred, turns upfield, back in towards the middle, looking for some blockers. Brought down at the 27-yard line, and that's where Community will start their latest drive, down 56-8. Last drive they got down inside the 25-yard line before turning the ball over on downs. The offense marches back out onto the field. Grayson Calloway and company. Cash Elson at the bottom of the formation with Chase Williams. Grayson Shelton at the top of the formation. Calloway hands off to Connor off the right side. Barrels his way towards the 30-yard line. Gain of 3 on first down.
Sophia Sartain, Alexis Maxwell, Aaliyah Lazzelli, Abby Ibarra, Aubrey Manis, Lazzelli Padilla.
2nd and 7 from the 30-yard line.
These student athletic trainers are
2-by-2 formation. Gabe Connor in the backfield with Calloway. Calloway hands off to Connor. Finds his way towards the 35-yard line. Brought down at the 34. 3rd and short. Now under 90 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to 2-by-2 formation. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Braves. Another handoff to Connor, this time off the left side. Met at the line of scrimmage, but earned a couple extra yards. Community gets the first down. Now under a minute left.
Makes it up to the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. It looks like both teams will retreat to their sidelines. And that will wrap up our contest. Lake Dallas picks up the win 56-8 over Community, who drops to 1-4 on the season, 0-1 in district play. Lake Dallas picks up their first district win of the young season as they try to work their way back in towards the playoffs. We'll be back in action next week, back in Nevada, as Community takes on Frisco Panther Creek, who was up big last time we checked in with them. The best place to watch Braves football is at Braves Stadium. Next best place is to watch it right here on the Community Braves Network. I'm Brandon Shanahan, signing off from Falcon Stadium at Lake Dallas High School. This has been Braves football on the Community Braves Network.